Hey everyone, it's Michelle, the Dreaming Dilettante, coming out to you with a new digital kit. So I have a new kit uploaded in my shop. I'll put a link in the description box below. And I thought we could have a flip through. I'll show you what's in the kit and then we could play with it together. So this kit I'm calling, I think I called it Vintage Garden, but I'm really naming them like Kit 1 and Kit 2, which is not at all creative, but it keeps it straight in my brain, so I figured it was the easiest way to keep track of it. But I will link directly to this kit if you're interested in it in my Etsy shop, so you don't have to kind of hunt around and think if you got the right one. So this is another floral vintage one. I am working on two completely different kits to add in, so vintage isn't your thing. I will be adding more. So this is the first page that we have. So you have some beautiful lilacs here, and just a lot of soft images. I did talk in my last video about ways that if you don't want the white border, that you can cover those up, that's not cutting. But what I love about these is that you can fold them in half and you automatically are starting to work on a journal. So I always think about that when I'm making my kits. And I also try to make them in a way that if you want to cover up part of the image, you have an automatic background, but it's not something that's going to completely compete with what you might be making over top of it. So this is a good example of this. You have a nice soft page, pinks and some script writing, some lace, very soft. This one's a little bit more bold with the blue here and some flowers, so you can kind of mix them up, print front and back, and then you have your double pages for your journal, or you can leave the back blank and, you know, get creative in your own way with it. This, I think, is one of my favorite pages. I love letters. I love script writing and all this kind of stuff. So this is just my happy place right there. And this is another one here. You have a lot of like green ferns, some more of the script writing. I have to try to find a way to not add script writing to every page I do, but I can't help it. I just love the way it looks. And then this is a little simpler. You have some yellow with some green hues coming through the back, some flowers in the front here, and then a few birds, and of course more script because, like I said, I can't help it. We have a butterfly image here, some more standout flowers over to the side, and yes, script. And then here we have some song music, which is a little bit different, but you do have some script here too. And then we have a little butterfly here, some more lace. And then we have here, I just love this woman with her bicycle. I had to find a home for her, so she lives in this kit. Again, some more soft pink flowers, some birds, which I also love to add to my kits. Here I added a little word. We have another bird up top, some more of the muted looking flowers. And then you get tags. So a lot of the images, or all the images I should say, that are in the tags are represented in the journal as well. So you have those. And then I've printed these on regular copy paper. I did show in last week's video how you can attach these to chipboard, or you could print them on heavier cardstock if you wanted something a little bit more durable. And then I also did a sheet of kind of washi tape and some large circles, which I just think we're going to play with these today because I think they'll be a lot of fun to play around with. But these you can rip out, tear out, cut out if you wanted to kind of fussy cut around them. You could print it on sticker paper, whatever you wanted to do, and have a little fun with those. So since I've said that, let's have a little fun with it. And I'm going to share a new technique with you. Well, not new technique. It's not like something I've created. But I don't think I've shared, I might have shared it on here somewhere, but we're going to play with it anyway. It's one of my favorite techniques when I'm working on a journal page. And I have one started right here. And it's where I do my illegible writing. And I started working on this page. You may have seen I was taking part in an Instagram live with Strawberry Moon Magazine with Suzanne Early, and it was really a lot of fun. A few little technical issues I was having on my end, but hopefully, I haven't seen the replay. Hopefully I came through clear enough. I think I did. I'm hoping. But in the few minutes leading up to it, I was feeling a little nervous. And so I thought, you know what, I'm going to work in my journal. And that's what this page came from. I just started making little marks. I had about 10 minutes till it was about to start. And so I made some marks, and then I did some scribbling and some illegible writing. And basically I like to do the illegible writing when I'm trying to get out feelings of maybe, fear, anxiety, worry, things that I just don't want to hold on to and I just want to get them out. And I just scribble. And I start off usually writing, what it is I'm trying to feel. I'm trying to actually write the words but make them messy. And then after a while, I'm just thinking the words and just scribbling. So it's fun and I just find it really cathartic. It just gets it all out, and then I don't have to think about it anymore. So this looks like a good page for us to have a little play with this new digital kit. Now, of course, you don't need digital kits. So if you want to play along, feel free to take whatever supplies you have, look through your junk mail, anything like that. I don't want anyone to feel like you have to go and buy anything in particular, because that's not what we're about here. I do like digital kits because if maybe you wanted something specific to play with, they're instant, you buy them and then they're right there, but not necessary. So I'm going to start with these circles just because I really like them. Now, if I had, actually, I'm pretty sure I have a hole punch that would work for these, but maybe you don't. So the truth is, I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is. And I'm almost thinking I'm going to cut these in half and play with these. So I have a cup of coffee sitting next to me. As I'm recording this, I've just finished the Instagram live, and I'll see if I can link to that in the description box below. I have not done much with Instagram. I took a break from all social media about 3 years ago, and I decided to go back to Instagram when my article was coming out in Strawberry Moon magazine. And I'm really glad I did, because I always loved Instagram the most. I loved all the artists I followed and people sharing really beautiful inspiration. And so yeah, I'm pretty sure I can link. I don't think I'm going to use this one, but I might. I think I can link it somehow. I'll figure it out. But it's all new to me. But it was a lot of fun. It was really fun to talk about art journaling and how to use it for self-care. Suzanne's wonderful. If you haven't checked out her magazine, Strawberry Moon, I highly recommend it. It is a beautiful publication. And I'm not just saying that because I'm in it. I'm in it, yes, this issue number 5, but I think I have all of her previous ones. I might have missed one. But I absolutely love the magazine. I have it here. Hang on a second. So this is the issue that I'm actually in. But I mean, you can see, look how thick this is. It's gorgeous, nice paperweight. That's actually my article there. It's just, yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. All the pages that are in here, and yeah, I just love her magazine. So if you haven't checked it out and you like art journaling, I would recommend it. So I'm going to start off, as I do, with some paint. And I think I'm going to go, you know what? I think I'm going to go with gray. Now, I have a fog gray here and beach glass. I've been picking a lot of these kinds of colors lately, so I'm going to work with them and see how they go. And the marks I made here were with very, very inexpensive oil pastels. I got these at the Dollar Tree. I think back when everything was still $1, I got those. And they're not, I mean, they're what you would expect from Dollar Tree oil pastels. But as you can see, they work. So maybe not work on your masterpiece with them, but if you're wanting to play around with oil pastels and see if you even like them or just want a little something, you can definitely check them out. I think I saw them still there last time I went. So I am just, and see, here's the best part. So I've written out things I was worried about over here, fears I was having, concerns that I was having, and you can just cover them up. And by writing them out, I feel like, you process them, you've acknowledged them, and you've given them a home to live in where they can turn into something beautiful. Okay, so I'm gonna start, I have dried this with a heat gun, and I'm going to start with one of the pages here. I think I'm going to start with that stationary one. And you may notice that I tend to start my pages all very similar. I cover them up with paint, or I do a little scribbling on the back, and then I do some collage. And I think that that's important because it helps me kind of feel my way into the page. So when I'm starting out, I don't always have a clear idea, and I think I've said this, I know I've said this, I don't often have a clear idea of what I want to do. In fact, it's the norm or out of the norm. If I'm like, oh, I know exactly what I want to sit down and do, that catches me by surprise. But in this case, it kind of helps me feel into what I'm making. So I just start off with, you know, tearing some bits, and that's, I love digital kits for this, because as much as if I had bought this as a paper pack, I would not have wanted to tear this paper, and then most likely I would have sat there and said, oh, but it's so pretty, I need to find something special for it, and it would still be sitting in my drawer waiting for that special thing for it to become. And this way I'm able to just use it, and then if something comes to me that I want to use it as an entire image, I can do that and print it out again and do that the next time. So that's one of the things I do love about digital kits. But if you're working with maybe your own painted papers, which we've made here on the channel, that's another great thing that you can do, or another good way to use them and make them yourself. I love to make painted papers using just copy paper, so that's something that you can have a play with and see how that comes out. But I love tearing paper. It's just a lot of fun for me. I think it helps me get out my energy sometimes. You know, if you're feeling worried about something, or even like now, I'm not worried. I'm feeling playful and just wanting to enjoy some time in my art studio, and I find that just ripping apart the pages feels like play. It feels like joy, you know, when you're a kid and you would just make stuff up, and I'm really enjoying, you know, kind of doing that.
I was out alone looking for love when you buzzed by and caught my eye. I had to get to know you, get to know you. I was surprised by your sweet southern charm. I wasted no time, had to make a move, so I got a little closer to you. But you were like a bee sting on a summer day in the middle of July. I stopped to taste the honey, should've kept it running, baby, then I'd been alright. I had my heart open, cause I was hoping that you would be the one. Goodbye honey, I'm done. You had me believing that I was a queen, but I learned really quick you weren't as sweet as it seemed. I should've known better, should've seen this coming, but I couldn't resist dancing with you, so I gave you my hand and you spun me in with your smooth moves and come on over grin. But you were like a bee sting on a summer day in the middle of July. I stopped to taste the honey, should've kept it running, baby, then I'd been alright. I had my heart open, cause I was hoping that you would be the one. Goodbye honey, I'm done with your games, with your tricks. Goodbye honey, I'm done, fly away, I'm done. I stopped to taste the honey, should've kept it running, maybe then I'd been alright. I had my heart open, cause I was hoping that you would be the one. Goodbye honey, I'm done, yeah, done.
Slow down, hold on tight now. It's okay to meet me at the front line. I've got cold feet, wind